Recently, there was a hurricane in Florida, Ian, I believe. Killed about 40 people, did the amount of damage you expect in a hurricane. But what got me was there were some posts of cars that were destroyed. Specifically, a pair of Superbirds. That's basically the ultimate early 70s racing muscle car. You want one, you know you do. But what bothered me was a lot of people were like, that's insurance fraud. He could have got him out of there. They had a week's notice. Actually, they had 7 hours. They had a week's notice a hurricane might come, which is basically what the South lives with half the year. But I don't think these critics understand what it means when severe weather comes. Now, the only real experience I have with this would be our flood of 2007. I was at work the night before. It rained. We could sort of hear rain on the roof. We didn't realize it was 10 inches of rain until I got out and figured I better get some gas on the way home. Drove around and saw a car underwater in the Denny's parking lot. So I come home and already had some days off, was going to go somewhere. That plan didn't work out. And my house, which is a ways from the river, was completely surrounded by water. The road was surrounded by water. The boot kick, that's the door on the left, had about 4 inches of water in it. The water was 4 inches from the floor joist. The milk house, the little building in the back, that had about 2 feet of water in it, which a thing like this tells you exactly how uneven your yard is. And when you're in a situation like that, which it was stinking hot and my air conditioner was still working, still had electricity, all you can think to do is carry, in my case, it was record albums from the downstairs to the east room upstairs, which is that roof you can see sticking out to the left, where they stayed for a number of years. They've been moved out now. But I mean, when you're in this situation, and I didn't have to go anywhere, I didn't have traffic to deal with, which anyone who was trying to get out of the way of a hurricane, I've seen the footage, those roads are impassable. And you're supposed to move. The guy with the Superbirds got 2 of his cars out at least, and 2 of them he had up on lifts in the garage, which means these things were 6-8 feet off the ground. It still wasn't good enough. But how do you choose what to take? Does everything even work? Where are you going to put them? Do you have the drivers? Just the logistics of dealing with a natural disaster of that category. And all the people online could say, it's insurance fraud. He could have got it out. You know, part of me hopes that the people who say those things are never put in a situation where they fully understand.